When you're ready.
Ready. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Altor Corporation 9 or the Altor Corp 380. And so right here, some of you guys have maybe seen this right here in a gun store before. As you can see, if the camera will focus, this is the Altor Corp 9 made in Phoenix, Arizona. And this isn't the whole gun right here. I just have the barrel off at the moment. And so you may be wondering what kind of gun this is, but based off the title, you'll know it's a 9mm or a 380 caliber pistol. But what this is a single shot, spring-fired 9mm designed by Altor Corporation. And so I'll show you really quick with the barrel what it looks like. So this is the 9mm barrel right here. So it kind of looks like a version of a hot glue gun, or I don't know, some laser gun off Star Wars, whatever you think about it. So here this is right here. I'm going to take that barrel off again. And so Alexander, the CEO of Altor Corporation, was kind enough to send us this gun for review. And so I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. I'll have some clips of me shooting it, talking a little bit more of the function out on the range. This fun little gun just to have, especially for the price. You can't beat it. And so first off, I mentioned that this is a spring-loaded gun. And so what that means is you see your firing pin right here, but most guns, the firing pin doesn't stay exposed like that. Your firing pin would sit back a little bit inside, and then it would be struck forward and then retract again. This gun, however, doesn't have a breakaway trigger. The trigger doesn't hit a point and then release on its own. You actually use this groove right here to run your finger down and then off. And by doing so, that actually sends that firing pin forward again. And so some of you might be thinking, oh, that's super dangerous. Like, I wouldn't want that at my home. And yes, it could be dangerous. It is capable of firing if I had put a bullet in there and shot it off. It does come with a safety button right here. Of course, red is fire, so now it's on safety. And that prevents the trigger from being pulled back far enough. And I've seen some tests where they've tried to fire a bullet from that draw length, and it's not enough power to set off that primer. And so as you look at this, you'll see right up here at the front, there's this kind of U-shaped groove. If the camera will focus on it. There it goes. And so right here I have a 9mm shell. And so I'll show you. To load up this gun, you actually have to pull the trigger back just a hair to get that firing pin to really move back. And then your shell lines up directly with that. I'm still on safety right here, fingers off the trigger. And so then what you do is you've got this setup right here. And these are super heavy duty stainless steel barrels, super high quality. So if you're looking for just a cheap truck gun or maybe a 72-hour kit gun to throw in your bags, this is a great gun, honestly, for that. I wouldn't want to throw my nice $500 gun in a bag and forget about it for a few years. But with this, I think retail is $130. You could throw 2 or 3 of these in a backpack and never pull them out again unless you needed them. And so going back to loading this, so you're going to shove that down and you're going to twist it. And it actually has a secondary safety right here. And so while you have it in your bag or whatever, I probably wouldn't leave a bullet in it out there, but if you took it out hunting or hiking, you might want to have this safety on here. So again, that's your safety. But then you also have this barrel twist safety. And that just leaves a gap between the bullet and the firing pin, allowing it to have a secondary safety option. And so just to turn that off, you just twist the barrel, and now we're on fire again. And that is on both sides. You can see that right there. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've taken off the barrel. I took out the ammo. I'm going to set that to the side so I don't play with it anymore. And this is the barrel I just had on there to show you guys. You can see right there, it says 9mm. And so this is a rifled barrel. You can see the rifling down this barrel there. And so I think this is probably like a 2.5 or 3 inch barrel. So definitely not a gun you'd want to take to a competition by any means. And you'll see that as I'm shooting. It takes a little bit of time to put a new round in. But as I said before, if you're a farmer or a rancher, a hunter, and you just need one shot to put down an animal that's suffering, this is a great gun for that. It has these built-in sights. They were black, just like the rest of this gun, just a poly frame, which is also a very sturdy frame. I haven't had any issues with that. I just painted them white so I could see them a little clearer when I'm trying to shoot at things. And so on my little handwriting area right here, it says it's a Corp 9 or 380. And so when you buy this gun, it doesn't come with all those accessories. You can buy it as the Altor Corp 9. You can buy it as the Altor Corp 380. I haven't seen anywhere that sells a combination, but through Altor you can buy the added barrels. And so that's what I'm hoping to show you in this video. I talked to Alexander, and he was kind enough to send me all of their barrels to talk to you guys about it. And so the next one I thought was kind of a fun one. And again, it's a 9mm barrel. Let's see if I could show you that. Right there, really big. But you may notice it's got this big black thing on the end. So no ammo in there. I'm gonna put it on for you. Alrighty. So we got it going on there. Now it's really looking Star Wars-y. But right here, this is actually a thread protector. And so right here, if you unscrew this, it's just a heavy duty thread protector. You have a 1/2 by 28 threaded barrel. And so I don't run suppressors on any of my guns. I don't have the licensing for that. But if any of you are into that sort of thing, or maybe if you owned a butcher shop or something that you're having to put animals down in the city limits, you may want something that can be silenced. This is a great option for that. Silencers in themselves probably cost 5 times as much as this gun, if not more, but still a fun little option to have there. Or you could even throw a muzzle brake on there, which would not require licensing if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. And so lastly, as stated in the title, is the 380 barrel. And so right here's our 380 barrel. You can see right at the front, 380 ACP, automatic Colt pistol. And so compared to the 9mm, they look identical besides the markings, but lengthwise, bore size, 380 and 9mm are the exact same circumference. 380's just got a shorter case length than a 9mm, but they shoot same size bullet, everything like that. And so fun little gun, super excited to have this in my collection. I always told my wife, I was like, I'm never gonna buy one of these. I had seen them on other YouTube channels. I was like, I'm not gonna buy one, I don't think. But then the more I looked at it, I was like, you know what, that's kind of a fun gun. Like, let's get that in the collection. And like I said, for $130, after all the barrels, you're looking close to $250, $300. But for a little survival gun or a truck gun, you can't beat that, honestly. You have the high points in there that range in that similar regard. But even a high point, like, you're probably not going to want to just leave one sitting for a long time. And this gun, I'll show you in some videos that I take, but I've shot this, and with these sights, it's actually pretty accurate. We were setting up used shotgun shells and shooting the primers off the back of them with this, so maybe we can get some videos of that. But super interesting little gun, Altor Corporation. Definitely recommend looking into them. Super good guys to work with. I think they've been around since 2017, so still relatively new in the gun world, but it's a fun one. I wouldn't have this as my primary carry. Again, I wouldn't have it even as my secondary, but I have taken this out hiking. You can shoot snake shot out of it. You can shoot a lot of different rounds out of here because you're not having to worry about if it has enough power to blow back the slide, or if it has too much power. Of course, you don't want to go too crazy. You'd blow up the gun. But whenever I'm testing out a reload or something, this is the gun I go to, because there's a lot less that can go wrong with it. I won't take it apart in this video, but as you can see, it's got this little pin right here. You'd knock that out. This tube, you can see where the serial number is, and that's part of this same adapter piece here. That whole thing slides out, followed by this trigger right here that's on a spring. And so 4 pieces, including the barrel, for this whole gun. Super simple. I don't think it even really needs cleaned. I've oiled this area here just to make sure it stays smooth and I'm not roughing it up too much. But fun little gun. You can look down the sights right there. It's not a very easy one to hold. They have this finger groove here, and it's designed that, I'll take the safety off, there's no ammo. So as you pull back this trigger and your finger slides off, your finger's designed, or the gun grip is designed that your finger fills that gap. But for me, this is a little bit too snappy to hold with just 2 fingers like that. And so what I've actually found is best for me is I actually curl my finger around that ridge. And so I can get 3 fingers on it, and it still gives me space to land that 4th finger after it comes off the trigger. And I found that's the most comfortable way for me. This isn't a gun you're going to be out shooting hundreds of rounds through, or thousands of rounds. I take it out to the range when we go, just because it is a fun little gun that, with the prices of ammo right now, you can still shoot a 9mm without feeling guilty for blowing a 16 round mag. I've actually got one of my clips right here, and so this is for my everyday carry, and it holds 16 rounds. You can see right down there. And I personally do not like to blow 16 rounds every time I pull out my gun, because I know I'm going to shoot even more than that because I'm going to load up again. But with this Altor, you're going to shoot 1 or 2 shots each and just kind of have fun, make a competition out of it. Demolition Ranch, they've done a review on this gun. It's kind of funny to watch them. They're a big YouTuber that I like to follow. So super fun to watch those things. You can see right down the barrel there, the sunlight's coming in. There's that primer, or the firing pin. And so super fun gun, definitely look into it. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below. And check these guys out. Check out their added barrels. If you already have an Altor, maybe you didn't know that they actually even sold barrels that were compatible with the original frame. These are the only 3 barrels that they offer, and I don't know if they're coming out with any other ones yet, but these 3 barrels are just fun little barrels, easy to store. Once it's all broken down, you could honestly fit this inside of a small, like 72-hour kit, a little fanny pack while you're hiking, or whatever you needed. This is just the perfect little gun for the basic needs, and you're not going to be scared to drop it or have any damage come to it. And I don't think, if you could damage it, you're out $130 and you can go buy a new one. So check them out. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Drop us a like on the video and please share. Thanks.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I talked about trying to shoot out shotgun shells, so let's see what we could do with this little Altor. Got the shotgun shell right there. Ah, just high. So really quick, just again, out here on the range, pull back your trigger just a hair to get that firing pin back. Drop your 9mm shell in there, and then you're gonna put that barrel down and just twist it over, and it's ready to go once you take it off safety. So last shot at this shotgun shell.